when I get responses like yours, I'm like,
yay, he's coming.
I'm actually excited.
I'm a super animated texter.
That's great.
I know some people like don't like it, but like I think it's appreciated in the long run.
Yeah, I'm an emotional texter when I'm like focused on my phone, but you know when you just text really quick? Except that one time when I texted you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's angry. Yeah, with no exclamation point. Just YA.
Yeah, I was just,
no emojis. I was like, oh, she's
JaNay
angry.
goes, she's mad.
She's angry.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of The HonestLee Show.
Spread to love me this time.
Today we have a very funny, charismatic, animated guest,
Someone else here?
Macy Toronjo. Big Mace.
Hello.
We're so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
We've
I'm
been-
excited to be here.
We've been looking forward to this day for a really long time. Alright, but before we get started, guys, make sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Comment down below in the bell. Whatever the bell button is.
Notification. I think it's on this side.
I don't know.
You'll find it. But first, we're gonna get to the video of the day. I'm still kind of torn, but let's just see which one I choose to click on.
So, Mace, we have videos of the day where we find on Instagram and we just watch them because we think it's cool.
You're gonna put your hands behind your back, and with getting up, you can't go on your side or your back. Try getting up.
What the heck? She did that so smooth.
All right, Joe.
I think we
Which
should try
one of
it
us
after.
three could do that right now? Not
I. Macy, that's up to you.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if I do that anymore.
I don't know if you're
Straddles
still
aren't your
a
thing.
gymnast.
I'm not flexible.
You're flexible.
She goes in certain
in
areas.
certain areas. Not
Okay,
the straddle
same.
splits, though. I can't do that.
Oh,
I think we should try it out.
Because I always think if
I'm
you're
down to
14,
try.
when you fold
Oh, yeah.
with your legs crossed,
I'm
I can't
down
do
to
that.
give it a shot.
Me too.
I'm down.
Courtesy of Gary Owen comedy. I pulled my hamstring just watching this. So did I, and my groin,
And my groin.
and maybe like my ACL.
A lot of things. But guys, if you find a really cool video, make sure to use the hashtag honestly so we can find it and give you a nice shout out.
Felicia actually, like, I'm gonna blame her because she's not here, so I can. She started the whole TikTok trend on our team, and I thought it'd be funny over Christmas break. Haha, download it as a joke.
And you're addicted now?
I'm addicted.
Really?
Oh,
I
shoot.
literally spent an hour
On TikTok?
I'm like alone in my bed, and I'm like,
I never downloaded it. I have Triller.
I have both TikTok and Triller, and TikTok I still don't get.
like on TikTok, like, it makes you feel better about yourself as a person because you're like, people are weirder than me. And like, but they're funny. Like,
my
it's
gosh.
weird, but like funny, you know?
That's
Yeah.
how I was on Vine. I would spend hours on Vine.
I didn't get a
I
Vine
loved
because
Vine.
didn't get a Vine because I knew I would be addicted.
I just had it because I would just look at videos. Because only
That's-
like
yeah.
6 seconds, right? But that 6
Yeah.
seconds would sure turn into a
An
half.
hour.
Woo! You'd be just
a long
scrolling.
time, long time.
Now they're like TikTok famous and Insta famous
Yeah.
because
That's so
it's
true.
discontinued. So who knows what those platforms can do to your career?
Okay, Macy, you're a senior now. So that's crazy. 5th year senior.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I get compared with, I'm in the same category as you now.
I know, Grandma.
Coach Lynn was like, you're still here. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm still here.
Dang. Okay, well, Mace, I got some questions written down here for you.
All right.
Since you are a 5th year, what would you say to your freshman year self after being at UCLA for so long?
Oh, that's easy. Get more sleep.
Get more sleep?
Get more sleep.
Why?
I was like you, Peng. I was super social.
I like how she's calling me out on all this. I was like you. Why are you still here? I was like you. Need more sleep.
Really social.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would just like, I was good friends with like the people on my floor.
Yeah, but I remember.
I would stay up late just talking
and you talk
Hanging
in the
out.
hallway, and I talk a lot. Oh my gosh. I come by it naturally. I don't feel bad for it anymore.
I love Macy.
Why?
More sleep. Oh my goodness.
I feel like we all need more sleep.
I feel that when you become an adult, you just cherish naps more. I don't know if you guys take naps. I take naps, but
You know what's funny is because I was like Macy, my freshman year and did not sleep. Now it's like, oh shoot, I actually need to like sleep maybe 6-7 hours now. But before I could go like 5 hours, 4 hours, wake up, practice, go to class, not even need a nap. But
So you have practice and weights and like study hall. It's not just like you go to class, like we actually have to put our bodies through some physical stress.
This is true.
And when you were low on sleep, like I could do 4 hours one time, but like repetitively, then that's when I started to feel it.
I'm just like, now I get exhausted. Like I am exhausted.
Yeah.
Even if I just walk around in the sun. The sun is just drains me.
I'm
Yeah.
so tired. I just start crying. I don't know what to do.
So wait, now are you sleeping better as a senior? Or like how does it help you as a senior now?
You know, I figured this out probably last year. I think one time I got in bed at like 8:30.
Yo.
And I was okay with it.
That's the best.
There's nowhere I need to be when it turns dark. There's nowhere I need to be. I can be in my bed and I'm happy.
Watching TikToks.
And I'm happy.
I did it last 2 nights ago. I got in my bed and I was like, oh, my bed. I love my bed. My bed loves me. I'm so happy.
That's relationship goals right there. Is just
Literally, like one in the same. Don't leave me after dark.
My roommates used to make fun of me because it's like a Texas thing to have a lot of pillows on your bed.
I'm getting in that trend too.
Right?
I love it.
And so I have like all these pillows stacked around me and like my fuzzy blanket. And my roommate's like, Macy, I go in your room and I can't tell if you're in the bed or not because you're so, you're so small.
Aw, that's cute though.
Macy? I'm like, yeah. I pull my head out of the fluff.
It's like
I can
those
picture that.
Instagram things when like the dog comes out. Like, we see it looks like a pillow.
That's Macy. Okay, so you have been an athlete that has been through a roller coaster of injuries.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest thing you've learned from injuries?
That's a good question. I would say with each injury, like being a different injury, I've learned a different life lesson. I mean, in college, it's a bit different than when you're like younger in club because your body tends to recover a bit faster.
Man.
Younger.
You bounce back
Ooh.
quicker.
You bounce
Ain't
back
that
quicker.
true?
And then you get to college and you're like, wow, it takes a lot more work to get healthy. Like I gotta eat like vegetables now and like sleep and water, which I don't have.
In water.
Water.
What is water?
From
water?
the tap. Kyla Ross refuses to drink tap water.
I'm kind of like
That's
that
kind of
too.
me
Maybe if I don't drink tap water, I could be like Kyla Ross. Back to your question. What I've learned. I don't know. It's like a hard question, but it's a good question.
Oh yeah.
Is
I
that
stumped her.
Yeah, is
You
that
stumped
your way
me.
of swerving the answer?
No, because as I like talk about college, because I actually had like that health scare my sophomore year, and I would say like coming back from like that health scare, it gave me like a different appreciation for life in general. Beginning of my sophomore year, I woke up on like one morning for practice and I couldn't see, and it wasn't like black, but it was like everything was distorted. And I remember you, Peng.
Yeah, because
you
I
got like right in my face, and I couldn't see people unless they were like right here. And I was sobbing because I thought I had like a brain tumor, or because it was so random.
It was scary. I remember you walking into the training room and someone was walking with you.
My roommate.
Yeah, your roommate, and you were just bawling. I was like, Macy, what's wrong? And you're like, Peng. And I just remember like giving you a big hug, and you had no idea what was going on. You're like, it's like I see water in my eyes. Like it was weird.
So scary. But luckily, like, you know, UCLA has some of the best doctors, and so I was able to get in. And they diagnosed me with this rare autoimmune disorder that's only found in Japanese and Hispanic people.
That's
and
crazy.
I happen to be part Japanese. They say it was that. I mean, autoimmune disorders can be triggered by stress, and I probably was under a lot of stress at the time.
Probably from no sleep.
Probably from no sleep. And being in preseason, like, it all adds up and you don't know, and then your body has such a negative reaction to stress. And that's, I guess, another, like, huge life lesson I learned, like, through injuries and just health scares is, like, a lot of it's brought on by stress. And, like, stress is so toxic for the body, and I've tried to find, like, organic ways of dealing with that.
Yeah.
Like, whether that's journaling more, like, I started doing bullet journaling.
What's
and
that?
Is that where it's the notebook looks like a bunch of dots and you make your own?
Yes.
I've seen that before, and I
I'll
was
have
like,
to show you my bullet journal.
oh yeah, you should have brought it.
Because that's
I
new.
almost did.
Ah, dang
I
it.
almost did. But
Bullet journaling.
me and Kyla do it. Well, I think Kyla's kind of not. She hasn't kept up with it. She's like,
She's calling out a lot of people.
I know. Tear out the pages and start over. It's January. She goes, yeah.
I know Lilia does it.
Yeah,
Lilia's is pretty.
Yes, I love to draw and doodle, and so I like made that into a way that like helped me organize my life.
That's cool.
And it's helped a lot.
That's a great answer.
I know, I'm glad you figured out, like, over the time, like, especially when you're stressed, it's so hard to figure out what works for you, but once you find it, it's like, wow, I can, you know, take a deep breath and actually go back to it. Well, I guess speaking of the bullet journaling and how you dealt with stress, how do you make goals? Because I know you're very goal-oriented, so you need your goals.
That's really good. Good question.
we're drilling you.
I love this. So when I was a kid, I was probably like not really that self-aware of the fact that I functioned really well on like a goal, a specific goal.
Right.
And I think I figured it out my senior year of high school. Like that was at the time when I dropped down from elite gymnastics, and I was like, you know, I want to win JaNay Nationals. That was like the far goal. It's like I want to win NCAAs. I want to win nationals with my team.
Right.
It's like the final goal, the big goal. And along the way, I have realized I need to have very small goals, like very specific. Even if it's just, you know what? I'm just gonna have a good attitude on this specific event.
Right.
Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter if I get a correction or anything. I'm gonna have a great attitude. Like I've realized that is how I have to set my goals. Like I need to have an end point goal.
Right.
But I also, every day I go in, I need to have something specific to work for.
Like looking at your big picture and then kind of writing down the little steps along the way. That's super important. I think people miss because they only think about the big goal and they forget of that, like, having a good attitude, that's an accomplishment for the day. That's a win.
It is. And I think my mom, like, and I mean, club gymnastics is very different than college. And I think it's just like, when you're with a team setting, it's a lot more fun. And so being in, like, when I was in club, it was very intense, you know how it is. And it was hard for me to go in with like a positive attitude because you always want to try to make your coaches proud or you know, whatever. But we are people trying to chase perfection, which is it's not like another sport. And I actually thought of this the other day during an inter squad. Like, all the other athletes at school are like, why do you guys always, like, high-five each other after your routines? Like, why? And I was like...
Like, even after you fall, is that probably why they asked? Or just in general?
They probably think... I don't know if they think it looks cheesy or I don't know what. My reaction, I thought of the best, like, answer to them. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are you trying to chase perfection? No. So, we're gonna high-five each other. Trying to chase perfection is so hard on the brain.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's impossible. It's not possible. We are a very subjective sport. People could just not like you.
So subjective.
So true.
It's
because
subjective.
You could get a 10 and it could not be a 10 routine.
Like, it'll be a very obvious balance check, we'll just say, for on beam. And, like, everyone saw it, but they're like, oh, guess the judges look... did you
I dropped my pen.
But that's the thing, it's like, you grow up learning, you have to chase perfection, but then, like, high-fiving each other means that you felt perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you felt like it was good, and that's actually what's more important than, like, the subjective score.
Exactly.
And I agree with you there. That's a good answer, Mace.
And I learned also that at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're proud of what you did, of the work you did. If you made somebody else smile, if you gave someone else a different perspective, like, at the end of the day, it's just you. Looking in the mirror, did I have a good day? Did I do everything I could do? No? Okay, well, that's okay. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
And it's being okay with being imperfect.
Like, that's a hard lesson to learn, to give yourself credit, because you work so hard and you're always grinding.
Yeah.
And then the day, especially like on off days. Have you ever felt like on off days and you're like, I should be doing something with my life, but you need that rest. And I feel like that's been a lesson I've had to learn for myself too. It's just I've worked so hard, I need this day. Give yourself some credit. Like, you've worked super hard, so that's another
It's funny you said that, because I actually learned that over the summer. My roommates will, like, testify to this, but, like, last year I would be walking around and I'm like, I need to do something. like, I'm bored. I need to do something. I was like, I'm gonna go to Target. I spent too much money at Target.
You don't go to Target with no like list or
I went
agenda.
to Target and Marshalls, and those are two very bad things to go to.
Those are terrible
I came home with
stores
so
to
many
go to.
candles, and they were like, Macy, stop buying candles. And I was like, I can't. We need them. I burned like 3 at a time.
So it's like you just had to do like you just
Something.
couldn't sit still.
I couldn't sit still. But like over the summer, I was like, you know what? I don't have to do everything. I don't need to be doing something. I am okay with doing nothing.
That's very mature though, especially for someone who needs the goals and stuff.
Yes.
And I could understand. I understand you. That was me last year too.
It was a huge like life realization.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I can be okay with resting.
I'm
good with it. I'm good with not doing anything. So that was a major life lesson to learn.
Macy's so wise, and she says it so poetically.
Okay, this is less of a hard question.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the team real quick. Who is, besides you,
Besides you, Mace.
who is the funniest on the 2020 UCLA Gymnastics team?
Who's the funniest?
Macy then.
Macy then.
I'm gonna say myself. No, that's so awful.
me.
That's so terrible. I don't know. It's honestly situational because sometimes people will say stuff that is just so funny, but they don't know it's funny.
So that's why it makes it funnier because they're
So
just like
it's funny.
staring at you like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, like when she like talks up more, like Collie, one of our freshmen, she's hilarious. And I let her know it's funny so that she keeps doing it. Honestly, Kyla's really funny too because she's kind of savage in a
Boss.
good way. Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
She's a boss in every
I tell
aspect of her life.
strangers that I love her, and she's on my vision board.
I love that she's on your vision board. That's so cute.
That is cute.
I don't think, at least when we were on the team, nobody but anybody on their own vision board.
Everyone's so selfish.
I could see Collie being funny. She warms my heart.
She's gonna be on our show.
Really?
I can't wait.
She's so sweet. Oh, I'm so glad you're gonna be on the show.
How do you feel going into the season?
I'm excited. You know, this is a new era of UCLA Gymnastics, and it's super cool to be a part of because I was with Miss Val for 4 years, all of that, and then I get to be a part of this new era and bring about this cool
You do have an interesting timeline.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And you're the only one that has the time. That's, whoa, I didn't think about
was
that.
here with Adidas, Under Armour.
All right, y'all. It is time for Twitter questions, Instagram questions.
Your questions.
Your questions.
That you would like to ask Big Mace.
Big Mace.
Wait, where did Big Mace come from?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know Lil Kenny on football?
Yes.
He gave it to me my sophomore year, I think. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, because it's like, oh, hey, Big Mace, and I'm 4'11".
And you're like, funny.
And it stuck. Every person on the team has a different nickname for me. Like,
Really?
Gracie calls me Macy May. Savvy calls me May May.
It's cute.
May.
That's cute.
Brielle called me Bubs once.
Bubs.
I didn't hate it. Oh, and Mama Mace.
Mama Mace.
That's the
You're such a
5th year.
mom.
It's like the good side and the bad side.
Of being a mom.
Yeah. I realized I started getting very, like, not necessarily territorial, but, like, really protective over my teammates in certain situations. I'll fight you. Don't you dare hurt her.
Big Mace,
I'm
4'11", coming at you.
Don't come out.
All right, Mace. Well, we have some questions for you. I just like this one, and it's not a question, but I think you'll appreciate this. Shout out Ultravin. They say, you're so pretty.
Oh, she is.
You are pretty. Okay, I like this one. _ Kristen Sauer says, why did you choose to do a 5th year? That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I chose to do a 5th year. Well, one, because my freshman year, I had to take a whole year off because I had a rotator cuff repair in my shoulder. And my actual senior year, I had a really good, like, I would call it a stepping stone year of growth. And I don't know, I competed bars for the first time. And I just felt like me as a person and as an athlete and as a leader in general, it was a great stepping stone year, but it didn't feel like the end, the last.
Right, yeah. Like you had more to offer.
Yeah, I felt like I had more to learn, and there was just something inside of me that was like, your journey here at UCLA is not over yet. And so I listened to it.
So Astrid with a bunch of D's and one extra A up in
She
there.
probably kept adding them because like people had her.
Yeah, she's like,
That's
well,
true.
we just gonna continue.
Taken.
Yep.
Good to go. Woo.
5 D's.
That's it. She says, hi, Macy. What do you plan on doing after college? How are you so wise?
Oh. Man, I'm glad it's not just us that saw it too. She's speaking, I'm like, wow.
Just so
Big
wise.
So wise. No, I would say, I don't know, okay, so after college, something that people don't really know about me is I love film. I love film, it's one of my passions, and I always loved movies, but I never thought it could be anything, and I always loved performing. I think just as I got older and like moved out to LA, it just all kind of like fell into place, and I was like, I think I would really love to work in the film industry. And so I don't know what.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Maybe
I knew that.
Maybe a film that you do.
I know.
Or that Ollie does. Ollie should have been here.
I
know.
talked to him the other. I forgot. Oh, it was at Meet the Bruins.
Dang.
He knows a girl I used to live with.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a really small world.
It's
Random
cool how
connection.
everything just falls into place, but you get so stressed about what
Oh,
you're not doing.
yes.
But you're like, hey, I just gotta trust the process.
Yeah.
But that's cool that, you're in LA, Mace.
Yeah.
She wants to go in the film industry, so.
So anybody that needs somebody or wants a fresh hey her.
Macy.
I'll write you a recommendation letter.
Me too.
Well, one of my big goals is to be like a voice actress for like a Disney character.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Hear it. I can
I've
hear
been
it.
told I have a fairy-esque voice, and I was like, thank you.
And how would you use your wise fairy-esque voice to spread wisdom to people?
I would love, honestly, in the end, to hopefully like create some sort of platform for myself to become sort of a public speaker for like a motivational speaker.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'd like to put like 2 and 2 together. I started writing a script.
Wow, Mace.
So I like to write. And so I kind of took a break from it. I started it over the summer, but I took a screenwriting class at UCLA, and I always struggled with English and writing and reading. It was my worst subject. It was my worst. But as I like got older and I started journaling more, because with Miss Val we always journaled, and I think just with like journaling and doing like reading like poetry, books, that's how I also became wise. And I'm a very self-aware human being. Like, when I'm in the wrong, I know it. I admit it. I know when I'm not acting right. I know when I like messed up.
Right.
And I think just having that self-realization has allowed me to learn and become wiser. And I think it's also really important to listen to like adults, in the sense of that I've had all this life experience. Like, my dad is older, and so he has these like 50 rules, 50 life lessons. And
Oh, it's cute.
like, you know the bean story that I told you?
No.
What bean story?
You know the bag of beans and the beans.
Oh,
and
you
magnets?
have.
Oh,
you
yes,
have definitely
beans
told
and
me
magnets.
this.
Yes.
I don't know, should I tell them the bean and magnets?
Sure, go ahead. It's your show, Mace.
Okay, this is for all of the single ladies out there. or people in a relationship that they think is going south.
Oh gosh.
We're just being real here.
I love
all the
it.
people
It
out
is the
there.
Honestly show. We want people
It's
to be
honest.
honest here, you know?
So, life is like a bag of beans. You're a magnet and your soulmate is a magnet, okay? You take the 2 magnets and you throw in the bag of beans and you shake the bag of beans. Eventually, the 2 magnets find each other. But first, you gotta bump into a lot of beans. And if you have TEEN at the end of your age, every bean you bump into, you think it's a magnet.
Wait, if you have TEEN.
Teen, like if you're a teen.
Oh,
Like,
teenager.
even if you're just like
Oh.
in your young 20s, like every bean you bump into, you think it's a magnet.
Wow.
Wow. that
I've
is
had
good.
nothing but beans in my life so far.
Hey, sometimes they're, and it's okay if they're beans. And they're gonna make really pretty plants for somebody else.
She's
It's
speaking
okay.
to me. Okay.
I just need to listen to my own advice.
Man, you said okay.
Honestly, like, if I had any advice like on how I became wise is, I'm still learning. is to learn from your mistakes and to be okay if you make them. You just hope that the mistakes you make don't alter your life in some huge way.
Right.
And as my dad says, it's even better if you can learn from other people's mistakes.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think just the big thing about like just watching you grow too is that you're always learning. And I think that's like the most important thing when you're trying to, you know, become the person you are, and you take those life lessons and you learn from it, and then you take another life lesson and you learn from it, and then you're always growing and learning, and you never stop want to grow. You never want to stop growing and learning.
Gosh, I can't wait for this game.
He always calls when we play the show. Austin, stop calling. We are going to have you on the show.
We're gonna have you on the show, but we're recording right now, so I will call you later.
Oh, I wasn't calling about the show. I was calling about, like, do these Impossible Burgers spelled weird when they're cooking?
No.
That means it's bad.
Well, my nose is a little bit weirder than everyone else's. All right, have fun recording.
Okay, anyways.
Guess what time it is, guys? It's game time.
Yes.
My favorite time.
Mace, I don't know if you've heard of this game, but we are going to play Never Have I Ever.
Oh, I have played this once or twice.
So basically, we are going to be honest, because it is an HonestLee show.
I always am.
And we are going to answer I have or I have not. With whatever, you know, question we give you.
Let's do it.
Never have I ever pretended to be injured.
I don't think I
Have
have.
never.
Yeah.
I have.
Like, I don't think I have, no. Like, to get out of something?
Yeah, then I have.
No.
I haven't.
I was injured and I was like,
was
listen.
hurt.
And then, no, do the assignment. And you're like, but I'm hurting.
My problem is I wouldn't tell people when I was hurting. And then I would crash. And then
think-
get hurt worse.
I think on certain days, I just knew I couldn't do it that day. But sometimes I'd be like, it's really hurting. But I would like, you know, I wasn't pretending to be totally injured, but like semi.
I feel you. I feel you.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Never have I ever eaten chalk.
Oh, I probably.
You have? What?
I've probably eaten. Like, it's gone in my mouth before. Like chalk has always.
Oh, yeah.
So just, but I don't like.
But
like,
you
bite
have
it.
though.
I'm sure it's We'll say yeah.
I think I did it. I think it was like a dare because I've been into a chalk block before.
Oh.
How'd it taste?
You know, dry. Immediately just dry.
Like a gluten-free cracker.
Oh, yes. Just immediately dehydrated.
Did you ever? Did you ever like, you know the squirt bottles?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at my gym, at my club gym, we weren't allowed to have water bottles on the floor, and so I would squirt it.
You know what's funny?
I was
That's
great,
one
yeah.
of our questions. Never have I ever sprayed a spray bottle in my mouth.
Always.
Disgusting.
I did. My mom would get
What?
so mad at me.
No.
Sometimes I would be parched.
Did you see people when they spit on their grips and then they rub the
I
spray
spit
bottle?
on my grips too.
Didn't you do that? No, Rochelle. She would rub the spray bottle on her grips and make goop.
Yeah.
And then you put it in your mouth.
I was
No,
young, but
I have
yes,
not.
I definitely have. Never have I ever gotten kicked off an event.
Oh.
I
totally have.
I used to get kicked off all the time for crying.
Oh, I would always fall and they'd be like, Peng, line. Like if you're on beam and I was showing a beam routine, go, line. And then I go to the line.
Yeah.
After we do the skill over and over again.
I think it was like if I was scared of a skill and I wouldn't do it for a minute, and then like, okay, it's time to get up. I'm like, no, I can do it. I swear. Just give me one more try, please. JaNay, you're done. No, just please.
Give me another chance.
My bean. Magnet. You don't want to get beans.
Oh yeah, that's right, magnet. Never have I ever peed in my Leo.
Okay, listen, y'all. Okay,
There's a lot of force.
there's nothing wrong with you if you have peed, especially when you front tumble. Okay,
Nothing wrong with it.
I didn't learn that until I got to college because no one talked about it at my club gym. So I was like, oh my god, you pee too? It's not just me. I was like, I thought I had like an issue with my bladder or something.
I was very like, dang guys, I peed just now. I gotta go to the bathroom, like, oh, I'm tripping.
I'm tripping. I just think of Caitlin.
That
At
was
nationals.
funny.
Woo! It was like a
whole
stream,
T-line
and
on
then
her
it went
last
down
pass.
her leg. It was like, wow, you could
Guys,
see
I
it.
peed. They're like seriously peed everywhere.
We saw it. It was dripping down her leg. That was funny.
Never have I ever lied about getting sick.
No, I have.
I was
you guys
actually
are so good.
I was sick.
I have a moral issue. Like,
Yeah.
I have because it's like, again, I trained really hard. I like didn't, tell a lot of like lies. So it's like, if I was really tired and I had a lot of schoolwork or something, it was kind of like, let's just call in sick.
oh, I would be like, I have
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
schoolwork.
No.
Oh, see, I would,
I think all the stress made me sick.
I think that might be it too.
Yeah. Like I got sick when I was in elite. I got sick once a month for like 3 days.
Wow.
Woo! Yeah,
That's
see?
a lot, Mies.
I know. I trained 36 hours a week.
That's a lot. 36 hours a week?
36 hours a week, and I did 20 hours of regular school a week.
I practiced 25 hours a week in elite.
No wonder you got sick.
Like brittle now.
Brittle.
She's a brittle.
Gluten-free cracker.
Never have I ever forgotten my routine in competition. I totally have.
I have.
You haven't?
Maybe when I was little, like in level 5.
Did you remember in my 6th year when I forgot my routine, I literally just kept winging my arms and it was like, I'm just gonna make stuff up. It was like the second routine.
No,
in my
I don't
6th
think I
year.
have though.
Wow.
Yeah, because that would stress me out if I didn't know it.
And one time I like crashed in the floor routine and I got up and I started doing the run.
Oh my god, wait, who?
Oh wait, this is not right.
I love when you just watch your teammates and they're twirling and you're like, what are they doing? Like when I forgot my routine, I was just doing something random. They're like, what is she doing on the beam right now? That's not her routine.
Never have I ever yelled at a teammate.
Who'd you yell at? JaNay.
Me? Huh. I can't think of it right now. It was probably Stella. Honestly. It was probably Stella.
I yelled at Anna. I forgot. I yelled
Yeah,
at
I
Anna.
forgot. For what?
I thought she was being mean to someone else, and so I got
Big Mace came in.
I got protective of this
That's
other
so
teammate, and
funny.
I said, "Don't be rude." And then she was fine. She was like, "Want to get lunch tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." We're all like sisters, kind
That's
of.
true. If we yell at each other, it's not like a real angry yell. It's like, we care about you.
Yeah.
Get
It's
your-
like
get
you
your
love,
act together.
It's like you love
Yeah.
them, but at the same time you get annoyed,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's okay.
And it
Just
is
let them know.
That's true if you say it honestly and respectfully. Never have I ever pretended I wasn't a gymnast. I would always say I was a tennis player because I didn't want people to be like, oh my god, you're a gymnast. You're
No,
flexible.
I don't-
I don't think I have.
I've gotten mistaken for being another athlete.
Like what?
Volleyball.
We always get mistaken for volleyball.
Y'all, we're missing like a key component. Are we just a team of liberos?
We're missing
Because
3 feet of everyone.
3 feet, yeah. Track I could get when we would travel, but someone said volleyball and I was like,
That was
really?
weird.
Really? It's like if I wasn't a gymnast, I would be in soccer or track, which is so ironic because I don't like running, but I'm good at it.
I would go into soccer, I think.
Means I could see you in a
I could see you as a
contact
soccer
sport.
I know.
player.
But I wasn't super like
Physical?
that physical as a small child. My
Yeah.
mom tried to put me in softball because I was really good at hitting the ball. I couldn't catch it. So that was a problem.
I would always say the sun got in my eyes.
It's
Okay.
cloudy, JaNay.
What do you mean the sun's not out, JaNay?
It's nighttime.
We're indoors. Last question. Never have I ever lied on the HonestLee show. Cute.
Never. I
Never.
speak my truth. I gotta live up to my last name.
Honest. And then now you added me. Woo, in there. Aw, Macy, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was so fun.
I love Macy.
Me too.
I miss you guys. I miss you.
But you're almost done, so you can come hang out with us alumni soon.
We're so much fun. Well, that is a wrap for another episode of the HonestLee
Yay!
Show. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell, notification
Wherever
bell.
the bell is.
And also, don't forget to make sure you keep up with Macy's 5th year as she goes into her final year of gymnastics at UCLA.
As a wise woman.
As a wise woman. Yes. And we'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Macy Toronjo.
You're gonna cut it out anyways.
Always have a blue.
I actually...
Comment down below. I was like, what comes next after that?
Poetically.
Yeah, you want me to go first or?
Sure.
Go ahead. Oh wait, you want me to go first? I gotta like re-intro that. That was awful.
Oh, I thought it was nice and authentic.
Yeah, but
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you look on Pinterest, there's like mood tracker. I'm like, I'm not gonna track my mood. It's like this. End of my freshman year.
Sorry. I'm done. I'm down. I can't.
We're done? Okay. Interview over.
Bye, baby.
I